All right, NBA game of the day for tomorrow. Let me start with a very big matchup. Karl Anthony Towns against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have lost a little bit of balance from last year, a little bit of that presence in the paint. So I think, with that being said, the Timberwolves are going for their 22nd win against the Knicks because it's Knicks that's 22. However, when I look at the New York Knicks, simply Karl Anthony Towns has a big win against his former team. The New York Knicks pick up the win against the Timberwolves. The New York Knicks are a great team, but we just don't talk about them enough because of how well the Cavaliers have done. And so the New York Knicks with the big win against the Bucks, I know they had a hiccup. Detroit's a good team. The New York Knicks are at home. They can't wait to get back on that court. I like the New York Knicks to get the victory and to remain at 15 losses before their game against Atlanta. So I do like the New York Knicks to come away as victors in tomorrow's basketball game. Nets in the Lakers. I do like the Lakers to get the win. The Brooklyn Nets got destroyed. They have no business losing against the Lakers. Their 28th loss against a 28-1 light path GOAT King LeBron James. And thus the Lakers are going to keep pace with the Clippers. The Denver Nuggets, I just can't see them losing against the Miami Heat. Again, the Miami Heat are a good team. However, another loss, and Jimmy Butler wants to get traded. It's time to make a move. So I do like Denver getting the win over the Nuggets. I like Denver getting the win over the Heat. Excuse me. I need a drink. This what makes interesting. It's either a 21st win or a 21st loss against the Spurs. That's what makes it interesting about being 20-20 for the year. Plus, Spur by itself without the S is 20. I thought the Nuggets beat the Mavericks. Well, this is not Houston. Uh, don't Don't beat Miami in the NBA Finals rematch. The 13th win. 1 divided by 3 is .33. You do know that NBA Finals is Gamacha 33. So I know Miami Heat had 3 good quarters against the Lakers. They had a terrible fourth quarter. It just depends on what Denver team shows up. The one that defeated the Mavericks, granted, no donkey, but a team that had Kyrie Irving back. Uh, they could remain at 24 losses against the Magic. I mean, it's not impossible, but it doesn't line up every single game. That's the one thing about Gamacha that you have to know. So, with that being said, Denver Nuggets, if they go on a win streak, they could be going for a 28th win, after facing off against the 76ers. So, the bottom line is the Nuggets are overrated, but they're not garbage. If they're trash, they lose against a Miami Heat team without Jimmy Butler. You can't have the Nuggets lose against the Heat after the Lakers beat the Heat. So by committee, the Nuggets going to win. The Oklahoma City Thunder are red hot. And they play a Mavericks team that's lost 3 straight without Luka Doncic. Are you just really going to go against the hot hand? Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, maybe there's one team that chases the Lakers. Lakers are in pretty safe territory. Lakers still have to play some games. The Kings and the Warriors already at 20 losses. So, with that being said, I can't see the Mavericks winning. For Goat King LeBron and company, it's like, you know, they may not be playing their best basketball right now. They may not be getting the big wins against contenders. But what needs to be said is that the Lakers are not struggling and losing consecutive. And the funny thing is, the Lakers went on a very big losing streak during December. But funny enough, the Lakers are still staying in top six. You know, they're not having as worse of a stretch, more consistent than the Warriors in the loser Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Doncic is out with injury, you know, so the injuries have impacted Dallas a little bit, but that needs to be said. Is that Oklahoma City Thunder, are you really going to go against them after the way that they blitzed the Cleveland Cavaliers? Just I can't see it happening. I can't see it happen without Doncic. Bottom line is the Thunder do pick up another victory. I cannot see how they lose against Dallas. I think this ends all the big games. Grizzlies and Spurs. I mean, Grizzlies are a lot better, obviously, but this is the Wild Wild West. And I just think that the Spurs winning, it just makes things interesting. It really does. Spurs have to win, I think, if they need to keep their playoff hopes alive. If they lose against the Nuggets and the Spurs get a win at home, the Spurs would love to win this game right there. If they beat the Grizzlies right there, they can catch the Heat at the right time to keep pace with the loser Phoenix Suns, with the Golden State Warriors, with the Sacramento Kings. If you want to be in the running for the play-in, this is a game that I would classify that game as a must-win game. So if it's at the Spurs home floor, and I know they got destroyed by the Grizzlies the other day, but if they are the team that blitzed the championship contender like the Lakers with a thunderous end to the third, amazing fourth quarter, if the Spurs can be that kind of team, they can pick up the win over the Warriors. I gotta go Spurs with the win to go 20-20. It is Heat that is 20 in reverse, so I think I gotta go Spurs in that one. This caps the games of the day. The marquee games of the day is I forgot which game's the marquee one. Maybe it's Knicks and Timberwolves, just because it's KAT's former team. That's probably the marquee one. The Orlando Magic gets Celtics. Celtics not playing at their best all season long yet. I think the Magic made it in the play-in over the Celtics, didn't they? So, for me, I think this is a revenge game for the Celtics that they must be up for and ready to play. And it's hard to tell sometimes which Celtics team is going to show up. They lack intensity. They know they've been very dominant over the last couple of years, but they're not taking the game seriously, and they're just going to wait till the playoffs to show up like the Lakers. But I think this is a game where the Celtics going to come out and they're going to play and they're going to get the win. Just to avoid a big losing streak or anything of that nature.